So, it's always nice. It's always nice to see players happy. Especially they know how big that, how big that match is against the Philippines. Taking it just one at a time is always the right thing to do. And I think that, it's definitely tough in a BO1 format, right?
Yeah, as you said, there's its advantages, right? Because I do believe, especially against a team like the Philippines, you probably don't want to play BO3. Like this,
yeah, for sure.
I think that draft was pretty out there. I'm not going to say they can't win in a BO3. I'm just saying it's a whole lot harder against a team that is really practicing these longer series.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough for sure in these BO1 situations. But we do have another matchup coming up. It's Myanmar against Thailand, which will be the matchup, which are two teams that I think are set to honestly beat a tight matchup again. Like, I'll be honest, I definitely see us potentially being here for another hour.
It's definitely possible, yeah. But it's also possible that either of these teams can run away with it quite easily, especially in a BO1 scenario. Dota right now in this patch is so volatile with so many facets, everything. It's a lot of Dota still to be played and a lot of, I think, question marks to be answered, because I don't think they necessarily know how each other play just yet. Probably they know more about the Myanmar team than the Myanmar team knows about Thailand.
Yeah, especially because the Myanmar team has stayed together for a while.
Yeah.
It's Yangon Galacticos, so it's a team that I think only their 3 position has changed. We've watched these guys, and they're good. And truthfully, if they're still in that same form, I don't think we're going to be able to see anybody stop them.
Or maybe even better. Hopefully even better.
Yeah. I mean, you've been around together for this long, and I think that truthfully, you should be able to, have that fluidity and chemistry going on. But let's take a look at the rosters. We've got Myanmar and Thailand. We'll take a look at what we've got on the screen for you with this one, as Myanmar is going to be KSH, Young PH, Ha, Skill A, and Zarain. We have heard a bunch of these names if you've watched IESF before. They are a very, very good team. Myanmar looked solid at the last IESF. They had showed TI at that IESF event. And yeah, you're right. They lost to Mongolia 2-1, and they had come out of, I believe, the Asian Championship pretty high up as well. They had taken second behind the Philippines, who may not make it this year.
Yeah, it's the question.
There's still a lot to come. So
yeah, after today, we'll probably have a little bit of a clearer picture of who is the favorites. But even then, tomorrow they're still gonna play 2 of each other. And it's going to be a lot of potential for tiebreakers. I think probably more for second place than, for first and second place. So it's very interesting to see. Right now, it looks like Malaysia is in a prime spot to really make it to the first place.
Right.
But we'll see. Maybe Myanmar beats them. Maybe Thailand beats them. We have no clue.
Yeah, so we do have the roster for Thailand, and we can take a look at that. Bizarro's going to be in there with Jangi and Never Die and TNT and Fearless. So, some names on there that do look very familiar for a bunch of people who may watch, SEA Dota, because these guys have spent some time on some solid teams, and I think there's definitely a chance that we see some of these guys on more teams in the future, right?
Yeah, 3 of those names have a lot of international experience, and as you said, they played on quite reputable rosters before. 2 of them I haven't really heard of too much. We'll see. Maybe that will be a very positive surprise as well. You never know with these youngsters.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's gonna be tough. As we said, Myanmar is probably in my books the favorite by quite a big margin too. I'd probably say 65-35, something like that. I think that sounds fair.
From what we've been seeing, it feels like you definitely need to get off to a hot start.
Yeah. I mean, just the momentum you can ride so easily, especially in a BO1 group stage like this. Every match matters so much. Honestly, this is very scary. Like, BO1 group stages are insanely scary. Every match just matters so much. Every little mistake you make could possibly haunt you for months.
Yeah.
But this is the next big step. You get to Chengdu, get a good performance there. Maybe, players get picked up into better teams. Maybe your team finds a sponsor or a bigger sponsor or something. Like, there's so many things that could happen with a good result here. So that's where it all starts.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see how it all ends up going down. I mean, like you said, BO1s are very tough when it comes to having consistency, and you got to be able to do it at, BO1s make you have to be perfect. And it's very tough.
Or at least more perfect than your enemy, because most of the time what I realize is in BO1s, the game quality overall is not nearly as high as it is in the BO3, mostly because there's so much at stake and people just naturally have more pressure on themselves and make more mistakes, which is completely normal.
So getting into this draft, I wonder what we're going to see from these teams, because Myanmar was always a team that kind of pulled out something a little bit different.
5 seconds remaining.
So
they always have their own flair. They are historically though a very, very aggressive team. They love to run at you.
Oh yeah,
and they love to dominate the map early.
So,
but if I remember right, Thailand, well, not Thailand, but the Thai squad that was there back then. What was it again?
5 seconds remaining.
I forgot the tag. We've cast them a bunch when we were in Romania. They also love to be very aggressive.
Not execration. I mean,
no, not execration. Not Myth Trust. That's way older than that.
Fire Departure?
10 seconds remaining.
Oh no.
Motivate Trust?
Motivate Trust, I think. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah, the Thai squad that wasn't there, they were also insanely aggressive. So in theory, this could set us up for a super fun, entertaining skirmish DOTA sort of playstyle.
Yeah, I do worry a little bit, because I know that there are a bunch of times when like two aggressive teams kind of go up against each other and they don't really fight as hard. And I mean, that pick right there is something that kind of gives me that idea, right? Like Dragonite first pick it's not exactly the most aggressive of heroes, but that's a little bit different. That SB is giving me potential aggression joy.
First pick also very interesting.
Yeah.
But that's what we said though, right? There's like so much variety in all these teams right now. They have their own flavors. They have their own heroes they love.
Right.
It's very unpredictable right now, all these drafts. Dragonite first pick. I mean, DK right now is in a very good spot. Strong hero for sure. Spirit Breaker. I mean, what can you really say about the hero?
5 seconds remaining.
My top 2. In my top 3 most annoying heroes for sure. Hate playing against him. Love playing him myself. Always get bashed. Never bash myself. It's just the hate-love relationship.
Dire team
It is a very strong hero though. Especially against single target stuns like Dragonite. Once you're in the mid late game with the Planetar Rocket, I think it's called, where you just absorb the stun.
Planar Pocket. Ancient Apparition, hell yeah. I mean, they probably wanted Darkseer with the Spirit Breaker, but they weren't going to get it. But Ancient Apparition feels pretty solid. I like it.
AASB, wow. That's really out there. I mean, these two supports can kill almost anything together. It's a lot of
damage.
It's
a support, right? Like, you could always go 3 SB,
it could be a 3 SB as well, yeah.
5 seconds
That's a good thing about the hero. It's very open. And you could pull a Xiao Ba, go mid SB. Which works.
I mean, I like the Ancient Apparition against any strength heroes. And Dark Will, like, I get it, but again, I don't think feels nearly as strong as it used to.
No. Luckily, I hated that hero. It was so strong. See it every game. Cursed Crown with the Bramble Maze. I mean, it's still there,
10
super annoying.
seconds remaining.
She's still very, very strong. Just
Right.
not completely busted strong.
5 seconds remaining.
And there's a ton of combos with her as well. Mars, which I'm surprised we don't see as much. I think Mars is amazing against Spirit Breaker as well.
It really is shocking that Mars doesn't really do anything in terms of drafts these days.
Dragon Knight Dark Widow, that could be our offlane duo right here. Could be a Dragon Knight mid as well. We have seen some 5 Willows too. But that was more when the old ultimate was still applicable on teammates. Applicable?
Mm-hmm. Applicable.
That's right.
Definitely applicable.
Dire team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
All right, Crystal Maiden, another good support.
Ice versus Ice.
Ice is twice as nice.
Ice is nice, as AA says.
Yeah,
So,
I like it.
I mean, I'm a big CM fan. I think it's a strong
10
laner.
seconds remaining.
Good team support overall. The draft's very
5
interesting though.
seconds
Like, it doesn't show you anything. It shows you that DK is somewhere. And SB is somewhere. That's my analysis for the day.
Perfect. I like it. I'm here for it. Crystal Maiden, though, and Dark Willow are pretty weak when it comes to supports. And now this Pudge, that could be a core Pudge, you know, if you're looking at this draft and thinking, you know, what do we got?
I think Core Punch is really good against these heroes. You get your Axe BKB,
10 seconds
you just run them down.
remaining.
And DK,
Right.
of course, he has his high in the region where it's very strong.
5 seconds
Dark Widow
remaining.
likes to run away on the edge, but you don't do it against the massive AoE rod.
Right.
That could be a very
Team
strong core
pick.
on paper.
Ember Spirit.
And but they really just want to run you over. Damn.
Yeah, this feels like a running you lineup, and it started with the SB.
I
Like,
think
no
right
surprise.
now, Timbersaw for Myanmar looks
10
insanely scary.
seconds remaining.
They are running it into an A, of course, but
5
you're not
seconds
super reliant
remaining.
anymore nowadays on your reactive armor as much. Especially with that Axe edition.
Right.
And you just completely destroy Spirit Breaker and Punch.
Definitely.
Dude, AA is so hard to
Reality.
play against. Ursa
Especially
Warrior
if you're good at AA and you can get a nice Ice Blast to land.
I think that hero is really underrated. Like, there's literally so many heroes you want to pick, but don't really want to pick also into AA. Just the
10
fact that you can't
seconds
heal from
remaining.
anything is... I mean, it's like the most broken mechanic in Dota.
5 seconds remaining.
The Death Rhyme was the best addition for Ancient Apparition I think I've seen.
Death Rhyme. Let me read that again as well.
Dire team ban.
2 Death Rhyme stacks for the duration of the debuff. And each Death Rhyme was how much damage? 10.
I mean,
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
Death Rhyme's good. I like it.
There it is. It makes sense with the hero
5
too.
seconds remaining.
Banning Viper. Interesting.
Dire team ban. Radiant
Really
team
interesting.
ban.
Viper? I mean, Viper is very strong against Ursa. They could have just landed a Viper Spirit Breaker bot against the Ursa. Would have been pretty rough for him.
10 seconds remaining.
I know that a couple of people
5
like to run
seconds
Ursa
remaining.
middle against Ember. That's very viable.
Mhm.
We could maybe see that. And then we're probably just going to see DK mid, Ursa carry, and then offlane something.
I mean, it could be offlane DK, right?
It could be offlane DK, but Touch AA is a very strong and scary lane.
Radiant team pick.
If that's the
Dire
lane.
team pick.
Beastmaster. So offlane Beastmaster, mid DK, safe lane Ursa.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Touch is not that great against Beast. Now,
Right.
offlane for Thailand, though. Is it Spirit Breaker or are they gonna take another one
10
against
seconds
the
remaining.
Ursa?
5 seconds remaining.
I'm just wondering who you put in the off lane if it's not going to be this Spirit Breaker or this Pudge.
I think Patch you kind of have to put as a support now, or carry, just because you can't lane against Ursa as Patch. It's pretty much impossible.
There you go.
Wind Ranger.
Ranger.
Yeah, it's a Master of Special.
So, okay. So Fearless is on the mid ember. Offlane Windrunner, 4 position Spirit Breaker, 5 position Ancient Apparition, and a 1 position Pudge.
Yeah, 1 position Patch is always very interesting. It's not like it scales super well into the late game compared to like an Ursa.
It does all right these days.
It does all right,
compared
yeah.
to Ursa.
But that's
Yeah,
what you have your Wind
definitely.
Ranger for anyway, right? To take care of that physical damage component.
Yeah.
So I like the draft. It's quite cool, quite unique looking too. It's a little bit out there, and I still feel like Myanmar's draft is actually way easier to play.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go with Myanmar this game. I like that draft. I mean, I like Thailand's draft way more, to be honest. Just looking at it, just the simplicity of gameplay, I think Myanmar got it.
I will say I do think that this draft is, at least for Myanmar, very aggressive.
It is. And
So-
aggression is very nice. It should lead to some pretty fast-paced Dota. I mean, if Thailand runs away
It
with the
should,
game,
yeah.
it's pretty much over in 20 minutes. Because they won't let you breathe.
Yeah. Definitely not going to let you breathe. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how quickly this game moves. Because, like I said, these teams are close, but I could see it definitely being I could see it being short and a long one, truthfully.
Yeah. It could go super late game as well and be a nail biter. That's definitely possible. But I think if one team wins early, it's probably Thailand.
You think Thailand can win that early, though?
I don't really have building damage, no. It's more like cause enough mental damage to make the enemy GG out kind of win.
Right.
They have a hook, but they have no target.
30 seconds to battle.
Interesting to skill hook level 1 on a carry patch as well. Generally, you want the rod to aid you in last thing. They see the Dragon Knight.
And they got the Dragonite, and it's easy first blood. Killing off young PH. I mean, that does not bode well for Myanmar.
Yeah, it's a nice early addition. Easy strength gain as well. Who has to go first blood to? Oh, Masaros. That's not nice for our Ursa.
No.
Ursa hates laning against Wind Ranger for obvious reasons.
Which are, go for it.
You can't hit the hero. And if Ursa can't hit you, he doesn't do anything.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, fair statements is the name of my game.
Oh,
Get that
okay.
bash.
First hit bash.
Yeah, he deserved it. Had it coming.
I guess he's got it coming, but we'll see how this Windrunner
Oh,
does.
CM. Oy, 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 oy.
Yeah, that's way too far forward. I don't really know what you're expecting to accomplish there.
Kind of tanking the wave and the Spirit Breaker
And the power shot.
and the bash.
Yeah. Not a great start from the nerves of Myanmar, and really well done from Thailand, at least to start.
But good news for Myanmar right now is that the Dragon Knight is doing very well in his mid lane.
He doesn't have to worry about Flame Guard really at all. Was quite literally doing 0 damage to him.
Yeah, top lane should also be quite nice for the summon base playstyle, of course.
But Pudge, if he hits a hook, like, definitely kill potential when you've got Cold Feet ready to go.
Ooh.
And he went for the strength reduction facet. As the Brambles come through, Flame Guard, Searing Chains, good damage on a young PH, but a Breathe Fire, Fearless in trouble. But top lane, TNT is going to die here, puts the Cold Feet on a skill A. And he had hook on this Pudge, but didn't choose to throw it.
Wait, there comes. But slightly off the mark. Mid lane should be pretty even, honestly. You can see the replay here on top skirmish.
Yeah. TNT dies here, but
Nice kill there.
look at this. He has hook, and he just doesn't throw it.
Yeah, quite conservative.
I mean, I guess maybe you think you don't get that kill.
Yeah, must have been it. I didn't think he would really have enough damage to get him.
So it's pretty quiet mid, no surprise.
Yeah, nothing would
But
happen there.
what are you expecting from this Ember Spirit, truthfully?
You mean item-wise, play-wise? Because I'm really hoping he's not gonna go for his mage there.
Right.
That's all I know. Even BKB in this game is not the greatest. I think you probably want to go Maelstrom into like a fast-ish Lincoln Shivas kind of playstyle. Just kite to Ursa. Heaven's Halberd could work as well. Yeah, I will see what he's gonna go for. It's usually face boots into one of whatever item he chooses to go for. And then
Right.
I just hope it's not the Mage Slayer. But that wouldn't make much sense this game.
Well, we've been seeing the Mage Slayer a lot in situations that I feel like it's not that great in. But it hasn't really stopped anybody from continuing to get it. So Zarain, he'll die. Get that kill onto the Crystal Maiden. Top lane, Pudge in trouble. And they're going to try and get this kill. They need one more set of axes, and they finish him off.
Ooh.
They also get Fearless mid, and I wonder if that was Fearless just playing too aggressive based on where he died.
Must have been. Like this against a DK, you're really not supposed to die like this. Yeah, this matchup especially. Must have just overplayed his hand a little bit because DK doesn't even have boots yet. Now when he comes back, this dragon form. Well, Ember should be top. If he can't get a kill here. Oh no, gets the chains on the boar. That's unlucky. Was a spray 50-50 there.
Very unfortunate. But bottom lane, Missaros. He's top of the net worth by a decent chunk. Having a good lane.
Yeah, Ursa can't threaten Wind Ninja at all, as we previously said. So there isn't really anything they can do unless Masaros steps out of position massively.
Which I doubt will really happen. Just does not feel like it's one of those things that will happen. And now you've got the stun.
Oh, Fearless.
Slight charge. But the roots are in, and Fearless is going to be killed off after that Cursed Crown. It's actually not even needed. If they could trade for young PH, that feels at least a little bit better. And it's Missaros who gets that kill.
But it's 4 here, so it really opens up the side lanes a lot for the Radiant. I understand the need to rotate. Sim also dies. Good.
Oh, yeah.
But as I
And
said,
another kill there for Masaros, too.
the side lanes are completely open now. Hutch is still suffering. Ooh, they're rotating on Hutch as well.
Again, I mean, Cursed Crown, Bramble Maze trying to get away from these axes, but it's going to be a lot of damage and
Dire's top tower
unable to
is under
survive again.
Oh, if the bird goes on top of TNT. Oh, the dive bomb, and he's almost in range. Oh, barely didn't reach him.
Charge?
Nice, Brambles.
Yeah, Bramble Maze is in, and KSH is going to get the kill on a Never Die. Not really sure what the Spirit Breaker was trying to accomplish.
And Skillet is almost level 6.
Dire's structures
Fantastic
are
game from him.
Everything seems to be hanging on the Windrunner at this point.
Free
They'll
mid.
go again, though. Cold Feet, charge, hook back towards the Cold Feet, so they'll freeze over and they get that kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
That's really well done.
Yeah, nice rotation off the touch.
So getting that kill helps the Pudge out.
Top tower has fallen.
Tier 1 tower mid taking some pressure, but
Radiant's bottom tower
not
is under
really a lot of tower damage.
Yeah, Ember is the best at pressuring towers. Doing the best he can. Yeah, Skillet. He's gonna be level 6 in like half a creep wave. KCH has to be careful though. Oh, he has ult.
Charge in, and they're going after him. Made the mistake of going after an Ursa.
Oh, TNT is in trouble too, perhaps. Can they reach him?
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
punch,
dismember?
there's a creep wave coming.
All right. Want to be careful. Young PH is here, and there's the hook to save the Ancient Apparition, or try to.
DK is
TNT still on the
fast.
run,
He's
and
speeding.
DK is very fast and has great attack range. So that's gonna be just DK running him down, and unfortunately, I just don't see that this Ember is having nearly as good of a game, and it's gonna get even worse because Fearless is dead again. Masaro's trying to help clean up anything they can. Good hook lands on a skill A, so they do at least get a trade, but it's really not what they need.
Well, it's kind of like what we expected from those two teams. Honestly, just running at each other the entire time. Pretty
Charge on the
fast-paced
Ursa
Dota,
again.
from what we have seen so far, at least. But the big winner right now, still Myanmar. We take gold ahead. Beastmasters being a big champ. I see Mage there queued up, and I don't know why. They don't even have spell damage.
It feels like it's on default.
Yeah, they're kind of autopilot, right?
Radiant's middle
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Which is very odd.
Yeah, I think Maelstrom should be autopilot if anything, because that's a scaling item.
For sure. Not really certain as to why it's going that way.
Tower is under attack.
Another
But
Dragon
2K net
Form.
worth lead and pushing potential with Dragon Form, pushing potential with Beastmaster with his Helm of the Dominator. You got to hold these towers, otherwise you're in trouble.
Dire's structures
And they're going to find another kill with the Bedlam. Skillet gets that kill on a TNT. Myanmar are really pulling ahead.
Yeah, easy solo. And he's so high level and very well farmed as well in the Dark Willow.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has been
DK
denied.
going straight blink. Has that almost complete. Has it now complete.
Damn. So, push coming out top a little bit. Gets pushed away by the Pudge.
They're going through the gate.
Beastmaster, he wants the Helm of the Overlord, and now, yeah, they come through the gate, and they might be able to find Haw. They've got the vision. They'll get the charge. They have the ulti. And the Shackle to follow up. Ice Blast is flying through, though. Primal Roar.
Wind Ranger
in trouble with the Ice Blast. Wind Ranger running. Now just needs one more set of axes, but can't get him off.
That was so close. Could have been.
They still want to get something out of this. Terrorized with the Bedouin. They get the kill onto this Spirit Breaker. And they also find TNT. That'll be another kill for young PH.
Yeah, every rotation that happens, it always kind of feels like Myanmar is just a little bit ahead of them. Ember is, wow, his network is suffering big time. Look at all the 3 cores of Myanmar. They're pretty much neck and neck. And Ember is out of the game pretty much as of now. As you've seen with all Embers today, kind of feels like, except last game. Ooh, we might be dead again.
I mean, even that Ember was out of the game for a while, and this Ember forced to Remnant away, but Cursed Crown does pop. They had a charge that went to the Spirit at the Ursa, but didn't really do anything.
Ends up surviving that one.
Zarain top, just farming solo.
Yeah. Battlefield now also done on the Ursa. So his acceleration item is online pretty fast. Everybody's gonna give some love to the CM.
Definitely.
And CM's mana region is pretty damn insane now with that inability. It's basically like a free Kaya.
Yeah. It's high mana region early. And then also has that freezing field, the extra cast bonus range. They're looking for a target. Blink Dragon Tail into the Elder Dragon form. Bramble Maze and a kill there again for the Ursa. Really making it look easy.
Very easy right now, yeah. That's really what we expected from this team, though. They're so aggressive in your face all the time, while still having their late game bases covered usually by a draft. And there's a reason why these guys are so good, right?
Now mid.
Oh, Frostbite as well.
Terrorize, that lands. This is going to be a freezing field and a kill.
Yeah. Fearless is... Yeah, he's pretty much out of the game for now. And he's got, as I said, the Mage Slayer built up. He can't really come back into the game with this.
Yeah, I don't really understand the Mage Slayer.
Mage Slayer for me is an item that in rare cases should be built, but in most cases it should be not spawned. Like if you want to autopilot something,
more.
I think Maelstrom is the one to go for. Well, Helm of Overlord already done. Wow, Beast is so rich. Jeez, 8.3.
Uh-oh.
Looking
like Ice Blast, not amazing. Beastmaster, though, taking a lot of damage, and they'll get the kill to TNT. They'll lose the Beastmaster, and there's the Dismember, but it won't matter. They'll lose Zarain. Ursa's in. 3 heroes dead. Fearless forced to Remnant away, but they've got the follow-up Dragon Tail. Do they have the follow-up damage, the slight, and the kill?
Who says Dragon
can't do
boring?
anything.
933?
Nobody?
Yeah, he's on a monster kill spree. And that's the Roche right now with the Ancient Granite Golem as well. Unless they want to TP that to defend it. It's a bit risky. They're already spawning. Air Blast. 20 seconds. Should be more than enough time to really finish it. It's very risky though. But this kind of play is very high risk. They get away with it this time. You know,
but may not get away with it another time.
Yeah, if they miscalculate the Ice Blast tool a little bit, there's a couple of TPs coming in. But now the way it looks like 8k lead. Blink on Ursa done. Wind Ranger 405, pretty much the only saving grace right now for Thailand.
I just don't think you can do enough.
Well, you see what I mean by easy Dota, right? Myanmar doesn't do anything flashy. They just pick these really good heroes, and then they press their spells on you.
Right.
That's how it should be. No need for any fancy stuff.
Dire's top tower
Keep it
is
simple,
under attack.
stupid.
That's right.
This Ursa's already got phase boots, Battle Fury, Blink.
I'm
It's
gonna tell you
16
right
and a
now,
half minutes.
If your mom could play what you can play, that means it's the correct draft. Like if you can tell your mom to press W on someone and it works out just like a pro would, that's the correct thing to do. You know? I'm like, hey mom, press W on this guy. And she's like, okay, what?
Dire
And she does
are
it.
scanning.
Easy peasy.
Very easy peasy.
My mom would definitely be a CM spammer or disruptor probably. What's the first
Really
Dota hero
don't.
you ever played? Your very
Wraith
first game.
King. Wraith King, it was the least amount of buttons.
Wraith King?
Yes, it was the least amount of buttons.
Gotcha.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Back when he was literally just a Q.
Oh man, have you played when Lifestealer had like literally only an active ultimate, the rest was all passive?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
So Lifestealer only had passives, slow attack speed increase, all that, and his ult was just like a 30-second BKB.
Radiant structures are
Top tier
under
2 gonna
attack.
go down.
Has fallen.
Master Roster being out. Looking for BKB next. 10k lead though. They just can't accelerate as fast. And now you have this mage there, but what are you gonna do with it?
No, Ursa's off to the races.
Yeah, I mean, look at all three of their cores. They're insanely farmed. Ooh, Master Roster, you're gonna be so careful if you get caught at all.
Under attack.
Look at Dragon Knight, man. No care is given.
Yeah, Ursa not gonna get hit by this Ice Blast. They can go in on this, especially to save this Dragon Knight who BKB'd. Ice Blast is gonna run out on him. He won't shatter. They get the kill and a never die. This might be one of those points where you got to think about how much longer do you want to be in this game.
Is under attack.
Yeah, it must be very frustrating to play already. I completely agree with you. But the train never stops.
Dire's structures are
Choo-choo! Myanmar train is here. We're looking to get to Chengdu, everybody.
bottom tower is under attack.
Truthfully, yeah. I mean, they really haven't stopped for a while in terms of international events, and I don't even think they needed to stop for that tier 2. They've got an Aegis. They could have gone for more.
If they really wanted to push it, yeah. But what I do like about that team,
Radiant's
more and
bottom
more,
tower is
every
under
time I
attack.
see them, they become more disciplined. Every time. Like they play really
Yeah.
aggressively, yes. They shove you out of your map, but they know when enough is enough and just build upon the lead. I think that's a very important thing to learn throughout
Dire's
any team's
bottom
career.
tower is under attack.
It doesn't matter how much of a build you can lead if you can't keep it or expand on it.
Right. This 5-man smoke,
This might be the
I'll
last
be
smoke
honest.
play.
Yeah. I was going to say, feels a bit desperate. And they've got the Dismember. They get the kill in a Zarain. But can they get more? DK's going to die. Ice Blast was there. Young PH is dead. This is a good smoke, but they bought back and they still might have some fight in them. Ursa's got this Aegis for 47 more seconds. They've got the Terrorize. It lands onto the Ember Spirit. They'll get the kill there. They'll take out TNT. They look at Never Die with the Bedlam on top of him. Primal Roar was used on the Pudge. Hook actually hits Ursa, but again, he's got the Aegis. Do you really want to kill him and bring him back to life with full health? Freezing Field is laid down onto Never Die, who ends up dying and never alive. And they also got the Aegis, used right as they got that 4th kill.
Yeah, and Zorain also killed the Spirit Breaker on the back end there. Nice buyback by him. Yeah, you got the Dragon Knight, you got a CM bought back, but ultimately still a big win once
Dire's
more.
bottom tower is under attack.
I think Young PH could have probably played a little bit more defensively. His BKB was rarely not off cooldown, 10 seconds to go. But aggression sometimes
Dire's bottom
you're gonna pay a
tower is
price,
under attack.
the blood price, as we like to call it.
Dire's bottom tower has
Definitely.
fallen.
The blood price.
That's right. charge onto Hall, but I don't think it's gonna go through. Nope, canceled already. Wow.
Again, I don't really know what you do in this situation. You're so far behind,
Well,
and
step
I
one
think
is-
even playing slow is not the right idea.
Take hands off mouse. Eyes on keyboard. Locate the G key.
Press twice.
Press twice. Press enter. Alt F4. Done. Okay, so realistically speaking, the way back into this game, it will involve some over-aggression on the Radiant side for sure.
Right.
It is definitely possible because that if I had to pinpoint one of the team's weaknesses, it would be over-aggression at times. But we'll see. Another smoke up. Oh,
Yeah, but this time by the
sad is
Radiant.
about to be even more sad than before.
Yeah, Blink Dragon Tail, quick charge, Ice Blast flying through once again. Young PH is going to be blasted off into space. But the Primal Roar on Masaros, he's the only one really dealing damage, so they took him out of the fight with the Primal Roar and the damage of the Bedlam into the Shadow Realm, but they don't throw the right clicks. They get the kill on a Fearless. They'll take out the Ember. They'll freeze over Ha, but the damage here on Assad is going to be 3 heroes dead, make it a 4th. The only one alive is the Spirit Breaker. They've got the Cursed Crown.
gotta
Here's
go.
can follow. He can make the jump in just a couple seconds. And he'll charge, but he's into the brambles, and he'll be killed off. It's a full team wipe for Myanmar.
Gas, gas, gas. Gotta step on the gas. Well, they have a date to be, man. They've got a dinner date to catch. Leave the game already, they say. They have no glyph either. Oh, wow, I just noticed that. Well, goodbye, tower. Goodbye, Rex. Goodbye. Is this Thailand's first game?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I think so.
No, it's their second. They lost to the Philippines.
Oh, so Thailand might be 0-2 after this?
Yes.
That's a tough standing to be at. Ooh, checker show. Oh, no. They did a good blink out there. That's illegal. He should have died there. But
Definitely.
makes it out.
Service
for
is
the bot
so
tower.
farmed.
Yeah. And young PH. Now he's gonna press his BKB. If you jump in that aggressively, you have to expect that they're gonna retaliate. Because if he gets his BKB off there, I don't even think it's that close, and I don't think he dies at all.
Right.
All right.
Gonna push
down.
this last outer tower, but also smoke.
Ooh, smoke at the same time as DK pushes bot tower. That's some next level play right here. Is it gonna pay off? They're looking for who? Masaros. Masaros is the target, and Masaros will be found. Goodbye.
He should be dead. Bedlam, Brambles, Gleipnir, doesn't matter. The damage is in. Masaros is dead again.
Jasper Circle couldn't do it better.
20,000 net worth lead. And immediately TPing back towards bottom.
Oh, they're looking for the punch. Now he's gonna farm the ancients. Ooh, good TP out. No greed. I think he would have farmed the ancients if they were there though. Oh, Spirit Breaker might be next on the menu. Shadowblade in 3 though. 2, 1.
Oh, doesn't have mana. He's got enough for the Shadow Blade, but that is rough. He popped that wand to try and escape.
This Beastmaster pick was brilliant.
Yeah. And they're still going. Like, they never stopped. They never just farmed, waited for Roche. They just are gas all the way.
Yeah. Well, that's their trademark, right? Well, BKB's up on Masaros. Ooh, they're looking. Run it up. Dark Widow is level 17. The highest level on the Dire is level 15.
Yeah, Skilly's doing a lot of damage with that Bedlam. Can't even leave the base. Spirit Breaker spotted. They had that sentry, Cursed Crown, and the kill once again.
And Pudge is
They're
next to
also
the
fighting
menu.
top. They're going to try and go for the Pudge. The Dismember's there for a second. Ice Blast is used, but they'll end up losing another one. Ancient Apparition falls. 3 heroes dead. And Roche available in 15 seconds.
Wow. I understand you don't want to leave early because 2 losses actually can mean that you're out of the tournament, out of the qualifier.
Yeah.
But this is a rough one. Tough
Yeah,
game.
I mean, almost at 1,000 net worth per minute behind. I truthfully think that this one is just over. They have no answers. Like,
So Myanmar
quite
has
literally
left.
no answers.
Philippines and Malaysia.
Yes.
Or is it their first match?
They beat Cambodia already.
Alright, so the 2 toughest matches ahead of them.
Truthfully, you probably only need to win one of them.
Yeah, you win 1, you should be good to go.
Although I want to say that this can end with 4 teams at 3-1. If I've done my math correctly, not sure.
No, because Cambodia is 0-2 and Thailand would be 0-2.
True. Or maybe 3 teams.
Ursa, though, that's no.
Uh,
All by yourself?
his teams have tier 1s to go to, and he might just buy back.
That's a buyback moment there for sure.
Yeah, knowing that that freezing field was interesting. BKB, the damage onto this Ember. They've got the Primal Roar, but they're going to lose Saw Rain, who doesn't have buyback. Going off Sad, but the Shackle connects. They get the kill on the Beastmaster. They're kind of throwing this a little bit away. Buybacks are being expended. Ursa's in, shackled up. But they've got the Blink to have the Dragon Tail. There's the Dismember. KSH now Gleipnir, Yule's up in the air. Needs to be careful. These buybacks aren't coming from the rest of the team. It's like they're letting the Ursa just fight with this Dragonite. The fact that they're not buying back, this buyback's late. The Ice Blast will land, and they bought back on the Ursa just to let him die.
But
And now, frozen over on the Dragonite means young PH is dead too. These buybacks were so late from the Crystal Maiden. They didn't even buy back on the Beastmaster. And now the Crystal Maiden is just dead. They threw this back.
Wow. Well, it's still 20k lead, but yeah, that's a massive goal stream. It's going to be Roshan too. Well, if you're blundering, that's a rough way to do it. Bot Rex though. Okay, somebody's tipping.
Dire's middle tower
No
is
problem.
under attack.
That's a massive goal screen the other way.
That is such a blunder.
Yeah. Way to trigger happy on the Ursa.
It's not even just that, but it's the lack of synchronization. On the buybacks, on the TPs, on the movements.
Yeah, this is definitely not something you can really get away with. Well, game isn't back to even, but definitely
By any means.
it's definitely looking a lot better. Because now Ember is actually going to build up some damage.
Just surprising.
No, I agree. Just as I was praising the discipline.
Yeah.
Can never say anything as a caster, my bad. I apologize.
Definitely can't. Definitely can't at all.
I sincerely apologize, all Myanmar fans.
But 15,000 net worth lead. Still, I mean, they lost 7K off that.
I think it was even more. I think they started at 24.
But now my question is, does Radiant... I don't think Radiant should... Or Myanmar should stay conservative.
No, it's time to go. I think they're still way stronger. They just need to fight as a unit.
Like they can't sit back.
And truthfully, there's no reason to sit back.
Who can they find though?
Are scanning.
I guess you just push top and force the fight.
Now, high ground is a little bit scary against an Aegis. I mean, Beastmaster can pretty much do solo, I
Radiant's
guess.
bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, that attack range on the Dragon Knight. Oh, the
Yeah.
hook though. No, I didn't BKB again. Oh, that's rough.
Ay.
And the entire team was already disengaged anyway. He was there all by himself.
They are throwing.
It's a little bit of a crumbling happening here.
Yeah. Really is kind of insane. I wonder if they just got flustered after that fight. Or during that fight, truthfully.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know what's going on in the voice comms, of course, but again, BO1s is a lot of pressure. Big pressure situations. Well, diamonds are made under pressure, right? See how they deal with it.
Plenty of rocks are made under pressure.
You're right.
They're smoking, they're searching. They are not finding anything, and this just throws a minute 15 on it.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Accept and now finish up with Ember Spirit as well. So yeah, there's a lot of items now coming up, of course, after these couple of fights. It's getting to the point where it gets quite scary. Nice dodge.
Ember.
Or there's a gem gone now.
First ground, yeah. Now Skilla is dead. Anybody want to pick up that gem?
Nope. What is happening? They're kind of just dying one by one all the time.
Who are they charging? Anybody? Or do they stop it? Yeah, they
The
stopped
gem
it.
is still there. At least the courier pick it up? Someone?
No, gem is still there.
Yeah, I know. But like, why isn't his courier coming?
Just gonna casually walk into this gem, I guess.
He's like, here, the gem guys.
Feels like now you gotta wait for ages. Like Myanmar are on their last legs, and I know they're up by a lot, but it feels like they've really burnt away everything that they had in terms of a lead.
Everything they built, yeah. It's slowly crumbling to dust. I really hope they can gather themselves. I don't want to see them lose like this.
I mean, they're still technically ahead by a good amount. They should be
It should be good.
ahead.
Yeah. They got this, don't worry.
They're going. Now get
kill.
Masaros. Starts the Primal Roar. I mean, that's exactly how you want it. TNT's going to be next. TNT doesn't actually have buyback.
Oh, yeah. He bought back a while back. He has it in 30 seconds, but that might be too late for the Rex.
Not sure.
You gotta be careful. I mean, they can't dismember him at least because he has Axe Scepter, so they can't focus KSH. Ooh, very early BKB from Haw. probably didn't expect his Hawk to tank the hook.
Bought back on his Saros and they just leave.
Yeah, I think everybody expected the Beast to get hooked there.
Thing is, like, they were pressured up. You got the buyback and then they kind of left. But maybe you'd focus the fight.
They built up a quite nice lead again. Steadily growing.
Which probably means Roche in the future.
Roche up potentially in
15 seconds.
a little bit. What time are you guessing?
48 seconds.
I'm gonna say
They may not go for it though.
75.
I don't. Oof. They don't really need to. I would say they really don't need to go for Roche, but they're gonna wait for it.
I mean,
There's no way
afterwards
they
this
don't.
happened, I think that's probably the right decision. You don't want to have that happen again, right?
Very true. But if they show with the heroes here, you can definitely blink and roar. And at least get a pick off. And they're definitely drawing for it. They want to go. They want to make a move, and they'll try. They've got the Terrorize, hook back, but is it going to be enough? Dragon Tail's there, and now the Ice Blast hits. They've got the Dismember, but do they have enough damage to kill off this Ursa? The ulti from the Spirit Breaker, and you said they didn't want to do it again? They've done it again. They've done it again. Oh, boy. Bedlam onto a Pudge, a very tanky Pudge. Give him another kill by jumping on top of him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh. Okay.
Well, it's 9k going the other way again. Roche 50 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, the only good side of the things here is that Roche will be spawning on the bottom side. So they should be able to defend it in time. This is getting rough.
Yep.
Like, I don't
They
care
are-
how long you play together or how good of friends you are. When these situations happen, like there's ought to be some salt. There's ought to be a little bit of salt at least.
Especially with who's jumping in and who's doing what.
The Mars was pushing our bot. Dude, Ember's net worth is suddenly really high. Almost got a Lincoln Sphere. Roshan is up. They got Wind Ranger, one of the best Roche kills in the game. They might have
Yeah.
enough time.
Radiant are scattered.
Gotta go immediately. I don't think you can wait on this. TPs have to happen. TPs have to happen.
That's a refresher shot as well, man.
TPs have to happen. And they lost it. And they got Never Die, but they gave up another Aegis. They gave up a Refresher Shard. They have at least the Spirit Breaker dead. They're going to look for TNT. They'll catch themselves a second one, but they are, I want to say this game, it may not look even with the net worth, but it is even, if not even favoring Thailand.
I mean, the Dire Draft wasn't supposed to be in this position net worth wise, so they're very strong right now. You're very right about that. But then again, Ursa is also, I mean, they have all the tools still to win fight. It's just they need to take them properly. Focus the right heroes. Like, Ember Spirit can still die really fast. They have to count on the buybacks though this time around. Buybacks will happen.
Can they push top without the Aegis? They're going to try again.
No, there's no way to just push.
Dire are scanning.
Surely there's no way to just go like this.
I just, if you're Myanmar, can you even avoid them at this point? You smoke to move forward, but this Aegis is available for a while.
Yeah. And every passing minute. Honestly, it's very hard to say who is favored in late game here. I kind of like Dire a bit more.
Charge in. Uh-oh. Ice Blast. BKB gets out of the blast. Now looking over at the Spirit Breaker. They've got the Primal Roar as well as a set of axes onto the Windrunner. Looking for a Terrorize. Thrown over. Lands onto the Windrunner. But they just don't have the damage. Beastmaster's not doing anything anymore. Power Shot flies in. Haw's going to be dead. 90 seconds on the sidelines. The more and more you lose, the even and more even this game gets. But they do get Fearless. They've got the Focus Fire. It's on to Ursa. A buyback on Fearless. He just got his buyback. Ursa's dead. 100 seconds. Zarain might be next, truthfully. I don't really know what young PH can do up against the world. He's trying to run away, but eventually that ulti from the Spirit Breaker will push him back towards the side of their team, and they'll kill him.
Goodbye, young PH. That's a nice 16k. 16k, 1.6k. And Skill A also gone. Game is back to even, almost net worth wise, and it doesn't really feel like the Raiden can really fight anymore.
Yeah, I think they missed their timing. I think it's over. I said it was over the other way, and it looked like it was, and then they threw that fight by Roche so one-sidedly, and they just have not been able to do anything afterwards.
I really hope they don't lose this way, because this is going to be like one of the most frustrating losses they've probably ever experienced, to be honest. It was so straightforward for them.
Yeah, definitely so.
It was so straightforward for them.
Cleaning up the creep wave, looking to push their own towers. Buyback from one, and a BKB from Masaros.
Yeah, his Lincolns got popped. I like this a lot better than what Myanmar has been doing, to be honest, where they're just holding off on all the BKBs and everything all the time. Better be safe than sorry, especially in a game like this.
True.
Alright, DK is finally back.
Yeah, maybe they can do something here, but Ember's going to pressure bottom. He's level 26 now. He's got the double slight charge.
Yeah. The Ember really has no business being at this net worth.
I mean, I still think he would have loved a Maelstrom.
Behold, a sudden burn.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Age is
attack.
finally reclaimed.
Radiant are
Maybe
scanning.
they can take a term, fight on their terms now. Can they still fight is the question. Damage should always be there on paper with the Ursa. Just they haven't been finding the right targets.
Tower is under attack.
They can definitely fight, and I feel like they're
Radiant's bottom tower
interesting hook interaction. Like they just take the tower and then they bail.
is under attack.
And I get it, they don't have Aegis, they don't want to do what
Middle tower has
Myanmar's been doing, but I think after the few fights you've had, you have such an advantage.
Yeah. I mean, the items they have, they're definitely very insane right now. Lots of kiting potential. I see young PH on the top as well. Last fight, probably.
I don't even know if we're going to get a last fight. I think they're going to wait for Roche again. I mean, they had the Aegis. They had their chance. They just didn't push with it.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
They're trying to push top a little bit. But see all the area denial that gets in their way. Pudge is out there. He's hexed, but I
Taking
think they
negative
know that they...
damage.
Yeah, I think they know they can't kill him at the moment. First crown again. But taking no damage.
Yeah, the only way to kill Pudge now is to build up like a good 20, 30 Fury Swipe stacks on him.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is going to take its sweet time, of course.
Dire are scanning.
I'm surprised. I mean, not surprised. I'm not really shocked at the unwillingness to fight now. As we do the typical DPC song and dance of last Aegis didn't work, let's wait 10 minutes, go next Aegis.
It's always about the Aegis. AGI?
Yep. I would say
Is it
so.
two Aegises or two AGI?
It's Agoxen.
I need to know this right now. Plural of Aegis. Aegises or Aegidises? Aegidis.
Aegisi.
Aegisides or Aegides? All right.
And of course, Roche, the long timer, it is. Full 2.5 minutes. As they smoke up
I
on
have
the
a feeling
side.
the Radiant's still going to win. You?
I don't think so. I think they missed their timings. And I think that they are very
Attack.
erratic right now.
No, I just mean like not necessarily because they're supposed to win, just the feeling that they will win.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Yo, young PH.
Dire's
Oh my god, there's no way you can get out.
And the question is that going to be worth it?
I mean, it's megas.
It's Megas. He's got buyback. He might be forced to use it.
I think it was a pretty brave play. He will be remembered in the Memorial Hall of Legends. Was it worth it? We'll see whoever takes the next Aegis, I guess. I mean, it's a long spawn.
Yeah, in a minute.
And they don't have
No.
the best heroes to deal with mega creep, right? They're not terrible, but not the greatest.
I think they kind of can.
Uy, Pachi.
They bought back. They want to go for the Pudge. Pudge is here by himself, doing what Myanmar did when they were giving the game away, and that's being alone like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty late for both the teams, I believe. Are they in my time zone?
Potentially.
Or is it a bit earlier, maybe? Or later? I'm not even sure. But yeah, it's like 9:30 or so. Who knows how long they've been up for? Because there's definitely a lot of sloppiness in the game right now.
Yeah.
On both sides. Aegis up in 1, 0. No.
I mean, they have to know the maximum timing. That
Yeah, which
it's
is like
gonna be
literally
there.
now. They have to know that. All right, now they check. There we go.
You know, their team is dealing with mega creeps. They can't really leave their base.
Yeah, so probably that chaotic sacrifice was worth it after all. Ages, Roshan banner. Pretty useless Roshan banner, to be honest. If you
And you've got megas.
maybe for the throne, it still quite works.
Yeah.
We can just focus down the throne. That could be something. Skill A 25. Terrorize impact damage. Huh. Interesting. It used to be the fear duration. It also got nerfed.
So now the question is, with this Aegis, do they finish the game?
We'll see.
Because they're not even pushing it. They're not even pushing at the moment.
Cop. The story is yet to be written.
I guess so. Be the first time in a while that I've had 3-hour-plus games in a row.
Just what
As they look like they're setting top as they're starting to group up there.
I take that.
But I truthfully cannot tell.
Well, I mean, they could just be using the Aegis for a little bit to collect their last 25s. I think they got all of them now. Literally got all of them. CM is going for an AC. Jesus Christ. I don't think I've seen that like ever? Probably. Yeah. They have double raw, double hex on the beast. It's hard to break high ground though. It really is.
I mean, I guess it is. The high ground's pretty much broken already. They have mega creeps.
Yeah, the thing is, once you have mega creeps, it really makes it easy for the enemy team to defend, right? There's just no targets anymore.
Bounty.
So does that mean you don't go for goal on the Radiant side? Like,
I'm not entirely sure what they're waiting for, because the Dia isn't gonna come like magically out of the base. I think. Probably not.
you know, I guess they just want their next items.
What's there though? Ursa, I mean Wind Waker, I guess. But they have
Divine
Nullifiers.
Rapier. You could still get Scotty, Butterfly. And you just start getting items. Why not?
Want some rapiers that you don't use?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this looks like a farming Aegis, the way it's been presented, but now they smoke. Looking
might
for an
be-
opportunity.
No, that was close though. Sad was almost. Okay, it's H. Careful, you guys are split like mad again.
Yeah, 3 and 2. With Ursa pushing
Put
in the
down
bottom
the
lane.
Roshan's banner.
And they put it down and...
And
Okay.
it's destroyed.
There goes the ancient black dragon. Ursa's in. Try to get this
He's
kill
going
on
for
the
throne.
Pudge. Dismember for a second. They'll go for the throne. They'll pop the BKB. They get the tier 4. They'll try to get the throne, but the DK will lose his Aegis. Right click
They
from
still
the
have
Ursa. Up into the air. They have the glyph. They'll finally use it. They get the kill onto the Pudge. He'll buy back. They look over at the ancient apparition as well as this Windrunner. As
Dude,
they
he's
kill
inside
off
the
Pizarro's,
throne.
who has buyback. They'll pop the throne. And Myanmar will beat Thailand.
So they do end up clutching it, but unnecessarily difficult. Let's put it that way. Like,
Yeah.
this sort of discipline, if you end up making it Chengdu, is not, it won't fly. You know, like these teams, they will eat you alive if you do this. Okay, congratulations. It's an important victory, 2-0. But it was not a pretty one. Really not a pretty one.
No, it really needs to be tightened up if they want to think about the next rounds and think about the next games that are coming up, later on. And we can take a look at the highlights because, there's definitely a distinct point where this game fell apart for them.
Yeah, I all started with Ursa basically trying to solo Roshan, right? And then he died, and then they trickled in one by one. A couple of people buy back, half the team doesn't, and just feels really disconnected. Which, is usually something they're really good at. Keeping things concise and precise, and really gelling well as a unit together. But at that point, they didn't really feel that way. And it wasn't the first time, the only time it happened, right? It was the first time, but like times 2, 3, and 4 after that.
Right. It happened a bunch of times. I mean, they were up 24,000 and they just kind of let that dwindle so harshly multiple times.
Yeah. As I said, like, they won this game. I think they should really count the blessings that they did. It was not a guarantee at all. But yeah, you gotta shape up for tomorrow even. I think against Malaysia and the Philippines, this is also not gonna fly.
No, not at all. I think those two teams are way better, and you won't see them be giving all that back or letting you not give it all back from doing something like that.
So we'll see where they end up going, but 2-0 for now. And Thailand, I believe, is 0-2, which means, is there still a chance for them?
They can end 2-2, I think. So there's only 5
Myanmar
teams.
would have to beat Malaysia, would have to beat Philippines.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And then Malaysia would have to lose 2 of their matches.
to Myanmar and
Against
Thailand.
and Myanmar as well.
Yeah.
And then there would be a big tiebreaker, Myanmar 4-0, and there could be a 2-2 tiebreaker with 3 teams, I think.
Definitely a possibility.
That's what could happen. So, yeah. They need to hope. Well, they need to beat Malaysia, first of all. And then they need to hope that things go their way. But yeah, we can already see here in these scenarios. Was it already where the Roche fight happened? No, it was prior to that. They're still playing very well as a unit, always together. Picking them off left and right. I think it was after this fight actually where it happened.
I don't know. They're not up to 24,000 yet.
Getting the team wipe here as well. Spirit Breaker dead 2. Now the next flip, I believe, is going to be a Roche fight.
Yeah, it might be. Yep. It's just Ursa by himself. These TPs come in too slow. And then the buybacks are so disjointed.
Yeah.
Horribly disjointed.
When Ursa doesn't buy back straight away. Hook lands, but then you're already super out of position. Then you buy back. It's pretty late, as you said. Then CM doesn't buy back right away. He doesn't have the money, actually. And yeah, as you said, it's just really disconnected. Beastmaster has buyback money, doesn't buy back. CM could also buy back, but doesn't do it straight away. So yeah, they're definitely not on the same page here. And as I said, this is not the only time that happens this game.
Right.
But we do have to commend them, right? Like the DK play to actually get Mega Creep was pretty ballsy, worked out perfectly. And then the suicide push onto the throne, that was very well done as well.
It's
Like,
well
they
done,
knew-
but you shouldn't have even needed to be in a position like that, right?
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I do think it's very important to be able to do, well, to not be too hung up on these kind of things and still bring them home. They have a lot of things to talk about, sure, after this game, probably when they watch the replay. But W is a W. Ultimately, it's a BO1. You gotta make sure you take those games home, even if it's really ugly. And at least they managed to do that, right?
Right. And, you know, as the net worth lead gets lower and lower and rises, but these fights were not great. It was forcing them into Ice Blast, and we've talked about how strong Ancient Apparition is. And Masaro's doing a lot with this Windrunner, too.
Yeah, overall the plays were really nicely gelled by Thailand towards the end.
Dire's middle tower
It just, they didn't have the real estate anymore to really play the game. They couldn't leave base anymore because of all the barracks. Then they faced mega creeps. I really would have liked to see how they played towards the end, because it really felt like Thailand was much more connected towards the end, you know what I mean? Like the spellcasting became better. They were probably
Right.
riding that adrenaline high, right? Of being able to mount such a comeback.
Right. Look at this Ursa again, like Shackle.
Ultimately, was not meant to be.
Yeah, not really at all. I mean, it felt like it definitely could have been. That's for sure. It was very close, and I mean, it just again, it should not have been that close.
tower is under attack.
And I don't
Yeah.
know how it got to that point.
I hope it doesn't haunt them for tomorrow as well. Because these kind of things, you can definitely, like, you gotta talk them out ASAP. Once that's done, you should be good to go.
So, you know, you get to this point, they just go for the throne. That's it. Go for it, and they do it.
I still like this call. It takes a lot of balls to do this.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Definitely not wrong. And I think that truthfully, it's just like you said, don't let that get into your head too much that, you know, you're going to end up regretting your movements and everything like that. But we do have a match summary to take a look at, as we've got ourselves what happened in a short form for us.
Well, not that short. Lots of numbers to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Valiant effort by Thailand. See what they can
Right.
bring to the table tomorrow. They need to win both their matches to be fortunate enough, if things go their way, to have a tiebreaker. Myanmar, I believe they need one more match, and they're pretty much guaranteed in. Same with Malaysia. So let me actually see the schedule real quick. So yeah, they both play tomorrow, and then pretty much everything should be set in stone.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be fun. A fun day for the SEA region.
Yeah, because I think it's going to be pretty much. I mean, maybe even by the end of the Thailand. Cambodia's out, so they may not even. I mean, they should, but they may not even play that matchup against Thailand, which would put Thailand at 1-2, and then they'd still have to beat Malaysia. But also, Malaysia has to play Myanmar, and the winner of that is guaranteed in, I would say.
Yeah, I think mathematically impossible to not be in at that point.
Yeah.
3-0, you are at least guaranteed second place, which means you're in. And
Yeah.
then if Myanmar beats the Philippines, then we got, let's say Malaysia beats Myanmar, Myanmar beats Philippines, we got both our qualified teams. However, I think if Myanmar beats both Malaysia and the Philippines, then there's potential for a tiebreaker if Thailand also beats both their opponents.
Yeah, definitely. And you'll have to see who gets what. Like, I definitely feels like it's going to be close towards the end, but we do have an interview with KSH, so we'll talk to KSH right now. Take a listen. KSH, how's everything? It's a tough battle, but you guys got the victory.
Yes, that was very close. And I mean, like, we already win this game, but we did some mistakes, so it's gonna very hard game. And yeah, but in the end we win, so that's it.
Yeah.
Now,
Luckily, you still win.
do you
Yeah, we still win.
do you guys enjoy these global events more so? Because you guys participate and do well a lot in these IESF events, and it feels like it brings the best out in you guys. Do you find that you guys have played together a lot through these IESF events and you feel confident going into every matchup now?
Yes, I mean, like I feel very comfortable playing like national team, but our team is always play together for like 3 or 4 years. Like we also play close TI close qualifier recently, so I think it's very comfortable to play this tournament.
Yeah, you guys have looked really strong in the past. I remember watching you guys in Riyadh last year for the Asian Championships. You guys look great. I mean, what's the vibes of the team when you go to an event like this?
Yes, and it's very different from playing home like online. Yeah, I mean, it's there's a different mentality. I feel so much motivated when I play like LAN. They're so much better than this.
So, in the last game that you guys played, when a game starts out so well like that and you guys make a couple mistakes, who's the person keeping you guys together, like keeping your head straight, not letting you panic? Who's the person making the shot calls to keep everybody ready to take the throne?
Mostly I made this call to hit the throne. Yes, we cannot fight them anymore, so we don't have choice. So I tell them to get ready to hit the throne.
Yeah, I mean, it was the right call. You guys ended up getting the victory. And before we let you go, if you want 2 minutes to shout out, go for it. Thank whoever you want. Shout out, go for it, and say your piece before we let you go.
I am. And thanks everyone for supporting me at my worst and at my best. And I also thanks to my mom and dad to keep supporting me for the hard times, and also my fans and keep supporting me throughout the years and the hard years from online and even in the land. I want to thanks everyone for supporting me and my teammates.
Well, it's been nice talking to you. I hope we get to see you continue the success, see you in Chengdu, and hopefully get to see you in Riyadh even after that. So good luck in the future matchups you got coming up.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
So, coming into this, it was, Myanmar we've seen do amazing things, and I'm really I'm happy to see them succeed again. It always feels quite nice.
They also seem like great guys. I mean, we met them in person a couple of times. They're generally friendly people. They really enjoy the game, and they're just a team that's like really in the moment. Definitely, they deserve the success they're having. And yeah, I mean, I wish them all the best, especially tomorrow. They need to beat one of the two giants that are left to beat. It's not really easy. And yeah, hopefully today was just like an off day. They got too overconfident because the game was too easy. But yeah, you can't allow yourself to fall into this pitfall tomorrow, because otherwise you are in trouble. Big trouble. Definitely.
And they really need to make sure that they clean it up coming into the following events, because it can be very, very tough if they let it kind of drag away from them, right? So we'll have to see how it ends up going for them, and if we see potentially any more success from Myanmar. I mean, I expect them to make it to Chengdu. I think they're a very strong team. Maybe them in the Philippines, who knows, or them in Malaysia. But there's definitely a lot more to come, and we've still got some more games. So we're going to throw it to a quick break, and we'll see you guys soon.